Hello and welcome students to Network Bug Bounty Internal Attack on Server. Now in this section we are going to take a look at various points. First of all, we are going to learn that how you can scan your entire network. Then I will provide you information about flooding attack, which is also called denial of service attack. Later we will learn about buffer overflow attack on your server, and finally we will end it with password cracking or brute force attack on the server. So let's start network internal attack on server. So in this video we are going to take a look at various points. First of all, we will learn about what is network internal attack, and then I will provide you various examples of internal attack of network. So let's start with the overview of network internal attack. So what is internal attack? So you can see in the first point that internal attack means attack from inside of organization. That's correct. External attack means when you are outside of the network, when you're trying to get inside the network, that is called external attack. Internal attack means when you are inside the network and you are trying to attack on systems and servers inside the network, that is called network internal attack. In the second point, it is written that now attacker can attack on other services and client system. Absolutely correct. When I'm inside your network or your organization, so I can simply scan your entire network. I will find out the vulnerabilities inside it, and then I will use the appropriate exploit to penetrate your servers. It's easy to attack when you are inside the network. So what are the examples? Examples are, for example, DDoS attack, which is also called flooding inside the network. Cracking passwords, you can basically perform brute force attack or password cracking on protocols like file transfer protocol and secure shell, telnet. Various kind of protocols are available inside network. You can perform buffer overflow attack. Buffer overflow attack is basically when you don't have enough resources but you are trying to insert more and more data. So that is basically called buffer overflow attack. And server scanning, absolutely correct. You can also scan your entire server if you are inside the network, and you can gather vulnerabilities and then exploit the server services. So this is about network internal attack. Now let's take an example. For example, DDoS attack. What is DDoS attack? DDoS attack is also called denial of service attack, and it is a kind of flooding attack which is used to flood the entire network. So what is the benefit of it as an attacker? So as an attacker can simply take down the complete network of that organization, right? For example, if you are inside the network, what you can do here, you can simply perform flooding on these kind of systems. Got it? So what will happen, basically all the bandwidth will be consumed by the attacker, and then no other can communicate with this system. Means this system cannot communicate with this system, or this system cannot communicate with this system, because the bandwidth is filled by the attacker. So that's why this attack is also called DDoS attack, denial of service attack, right? And it is quite harmful. You can perform this attack when you are inside your network, as well as when you are outside of your network, you can also perform this attack. There is also another attack, DDoS attack. DDoS attack is when multiple attackers try to attack on these networks. So that is called DDoS attack, right? If attacker is trying to attack on the single target, that is called DOS attack. When multiple, then it is called DDoS, distributed denial of service attack. Password cracking. Yes, when you are inside your network, you can also perform password cracking. You can also crack passwords using brute force attack. For example, you can attack on systems, login passwords, and you can also attack on the server services. For example, FTP. This is an example. For example, FTP is running in your server, file transfer protocol, and by using that protocol, you can transfer files from one system to another inside your network only. It has a username and password. So attacker can also perform brute force attack on that file transfer protocol, right? And what will happen? It will create a dictionary, and using that dictionary, it will try to match the username and password. And if the match is successful, then the attacker can simply go inside the file transfer protocol. So you can simply attack using brute force attack and gather login credentials. And when the login credentials are here, then attacker can simply access the complete file transfer protocol. Server scanning, most important part. As I have already told you that when attacker is inside your network, he can use many tools, because tools are available inside Windows as well as Kali Linux operating system, right? For example, Nessus is a vulnerability scanner, and Nessus can scan your entire network. So for example, attacker is using Nessus inside the network. So what it can do, attacker can simply use vulnerability scanner, and using those vulnerability scanner can scan your server when he's inside the network. Got it? Just need to find out the IP address of the server, and he will put that IP address inside the vulnerability scanner. Vulnerability scanner will run thoroughly, and it will provide you the vulnerability list or loophole list inside that server, right? So the server has the vulnerability, each system has its own vulnerability. The work of vulnerability scanner to find out the vulnerabilities and list them and provide it to attacker. So now attacker know that what are the vulnerabilities or loopholes available inside the server. So what is the next step? Next step is quite simple. He will try to find the exploits in the market, that for this particular vulnerability I will use this particular exploit or a program. And then when he has the list of the exploits, then he will try to attack on the server directly. Got it? And then he will try to exploit or penetrate the server using these kind of vulnerability scanners available in Windows and Linux operating systems as well. So these are the examples of internal attack, because internal attack is very harmful attack. So these are some examples. I hope you have learned. So guys, this is all about the internal attack information, and